MakingStarWars.net.
I told you. Oh, God.
I just saw what was on CBS.
On CBS.
Hey everyone, I'm Jason Moore from MakingStarWars.net. Was going to be going live in a few minutes, but I'm just sitting here waiting anyways. I figured I'd get the pleasantries out of the way. Friend Tom, a little under the weather, wanted to say get well, Tom, and thank you, Tom, for being rad. I really appreciate it, man, like a lot. And Aria said, thank God you are live. It's been a boring day, so the camera's a little lopsided here. The mic is quiet. Is the mic really quiet, or is it better? Let me see what's going on with my settings. I don't know if I have a real big problem here or not. Testing me. Test. That is really quiet. What the hell? Test.
Testing. Is that better now? Do you guys hear me a lot better? Is it better? Louder. All right, there we go. We're in business. Okay, so what I was saying was, Tom, you're rad. Thank you. Now I'm too loud. Am I really too loud, Batorian? Or are you messing with me? You messing with me, dude? Crackle loud? What to do? Bit hot, huh? Okay, hold on. Why, after days of doing this, would it become an issue now? I don't know. I'm gonna go with the automatic. All right, how's that? How are we going now? We going good now? Wait, is that chocolate? Is that a chocolate voice? You tell me. Okay. So, anyways, pretend that didn't happen. If it sounds good now, that is. Okay, good. Max says good. Hey, Max, you free or are you busy? I'll send you the old invite if you want to hop on and hang out. You know, like on Arrested Development. If you want to be the hop on, we can do that, Max. We have that technology. Up to you though. I don't want to, cut in your day off here. But I'll send you the invite. You hop on if you want. So Mando Plus panel's happening right now. Watching the coverage of it, trying to see if anything interesting is going down or whatever. And so far there's just been pictures of them basically putting people into the panel. Nothing huge. Wanted to give a little update. Yesterday I talked about Lola and something that I had seen about Lola being like a BB based droid, and that she may turn into that or whatever. And I went and I met with some sources last night, got it shot down. So that won't be happening. Also, I didn't really get any more information on this, but I said, hey, what's up with the Grand Inquisitor stuff? Like, is there, is he going to be in the end fight like I thought? And they're like, no, he's not in those. Those are other people fighting. So I'm not expecting the Grand Inquisitor to really do too much more. But I was like, okay, what? I'm like, you gotta tell me then. Is there a big twist here? They were like, no, it's not. They were like, they basically, in a polite way, told me, don't get my panties in a bunch. It's like not like a big deal. So I'm not sure what to make of that. But I'm gonna take it. I asked about Cal in the past, Blake, about is Cal Kestis in there? I even showed pictures of the game character, the actor. Have you seen this boy? Never got a hit. So yeah. So well, Grand Inquisitor Matt, he's in Star Wars Rebels as that guy. we were like, does he maybe die and get brought back to life like how, Plagueis did? Like, is he a weird project where they're just continually, some fates are worse than death? I don't think that's happening. It doesn't sound like it's anything big. It sounds like that was just Riva, whatever you want to say, making room for her ascension, if you want to call it that. So it is what it is. And my new Xbox got here today, which I am so happy about. Like, you have no idea. I am so happy right now. It's downloading Fortnite and all my games, and it's going to be hard to do anything but look at that Xbox now. But it's downloading games right now, so hopefully it's not messing up my bandwidth too much. Ari says, dude, how doesn't Reva die after stabbing the Grand Inquisitor? I wonder what happens next episode. Yeah, right. I'm thinking that, like, maybe it's like the kind of story where she stabs him, he goes down. Maybe he's in the equivalent of a coma. Maybe he's kept alive through, the dark side, which is an ability someone considered to be unnatural or something like that. And then he's gonna get out of bed at the end and be like, "Where's she at? I'm gonna get her." And then Darth Vader's like, maybe that's where this is going. Just throwing that out there. Don't really know though. Don't have anything to add. Was hoping to have like something of note to add, but so right now I'm following Jermaine Lucier, and who as a guy, I respect his coverage, so I trust his words and his perception more than most. Biggest cheer of celebration so far was for Pedro Pascal. That just happened, and this is on Jermaine's thing. It's just like everybody's just standing up, and looks like he's hugging Dave Filoni with his goofy cowboy hat on. Oh, howdy, partner. I'm Dave Filoni. And it's like, meanwhile, it's like, he's not a cowboy. I don't know why he does it. But also update to yesterday too. According to StarWars.com, that Inquisitor looking guy from Jedi Survivor is a senator. Gotta really question the brand. I don't know if the brand manager is the one who would intervene on this point, but the idea of making the Grand Inquisitor look different, which I honestly don't care how he looks in the Kenobi series. I think he looks fine, like for just like what it is. But then you go and then you do this other character that looks like how he's probably more supposed to look, and then shows in essence it's not live action, but that's live action as far as I'm concerned. It's so realistic. So yeah, definitely weird. Definitely weird. But that's just a senator who cares about lightsabers, I guess. I don't know. Well, we'll have to see how that story goes. But wanted to throw that out there. So wanted to clear a couple of the discussions that we had yesterday, try to set the record straight, so to speak. The Powans do have two stomachs apparently. Uh-oh his species got two stomachs. Everybody's telling me that. Dell says 30 watching, 10 likes, close chat, like, open chat. Yeah, come on. I should probably actually go, before I forget, go over and make it subscriber chat only, so that way we don't start getting those weird spam bots doing what those weird spam bots do. But yeah, so what we're hoping for today is that if they announce the Ahsoka cast officially, we're hoping for Ezra Bridger and Thrawn casting. There's a lot of chairs set up for this panel right now, like a lot. So it's either like the whole cast of Mando, or they're bringing in a lot of people from, Ahsoka and Mando and Book of Boba. So all of those chairs could be a ton of filler, but there's an opportunity for the killer, and that's what I'm hoping for. That's my hope. Doesn't mean we'll get it though. I always say keep your expectations in check. That's why I didn't name this, anything too fancy, because I don't want to get people's hopes up. I don't want people thinking it's going to be more than it is, but it could be really good. So, so let's hope. Interesting. 2 stomachs. Yeah, I mean, let's go to the buffet. Arya says his race has 2 stomachs, but is Grand Inquisitor really gonna ignore an actual assassination attempt? Well, see, what I'm throwing out there, Arya, is imagine Grand Inquisitor trying to put Riva in her place. Hey, Obi-Wan, how's it going? So imagine that he's trying to, put her in her place. She stabs him. Immediately, she says it was Obi-Wan who did it. He's unconscious because he's going in. He's in a coma. He's out. When he wakes up to get revenge, well, if you read the spoilers, we know where this goes. I was too late, So I think it's going to be a wacky couple days, and maybe the Grand Inquisitor is not going to be up for it. Maybe he'll be good for next week, but I don't think this story in Kenobi goes into next week. Is the
need
point?
To take rest and relaxation. I have a few sick days on my Imperial medical plan. So
there are some things worse than rest. Dude, why are you always saying that? Like you're a real big downer. Yes, I'm the grandest downer of all time. The Grand Inquisitor. But yeah. So I don't know if you heard like the opening part, but last night went and hung out with sources, got down to the BB, to the Lola BB body thing. Was completely just concept art. Somebody just drew the conclusion in conceptual. Hey, it looks like a BB head. Let's try to give her a BB body and see if that could be a thing. So I'm guessing that was just blue sky, and I don't expect it to happen in live action. But I knew I should have just shut my fucking mouth instead of opening it, but I clarified it quickly, thankfully. And but watch Kenobi a bunch more times, by the way. Bunch more times. My daughter, she didn't go see Top Gun with us, so she missed it. And started watching with her, and she fell asleep after school because she was tired, because she's a kid, And then so she falls asleep. I watched it. She wakes up, wants to watch it, so I watched it again. I gotta say though, I am it's not making me angrier the more I watch it. The more I watch it, the more I'm like, rolling with things that were a little bit annoying. But it definitely, I will, without a doubt, and I think everybody who's seen it knows it, probably the first time they saw it, but it definitely isn't film quality. It's definitely a TV show. We are going to have to accept. Debatable. Yeah, no, I'm saying
what we're watching should just not be debatable, right? We should just be like, this shit is cinematic. This is crazy. This is amazing. I'm buying 3 years of Disney Plus. I'm buying Disney Plus stuff. I bought all the merch.
I don't know. I mean, it goes both ways. I mean, it's like we want it to be completely cinematic. It's more cinematic than most TV shows, but is it cinematic entirely the whole time? No. But my greater point here was, if you want to enjoy yourself, you need to drop that, or you're not. That's my take. And just knowing what I know about the next episodes, I don't expect all of a sudden that we're going to have 15, 16 more sets per episode. In fact, I think it might even get smaller. I could be wrong. But like we were talking before, remember back in the day about the rooftop stuff? I'm like, I think that rooftop setting is going to be the most telling moment. I still believe that. The rooftop chase. And at the end of the day, it's just like, that's all there is. Like, I don't think they gave more. I don't think they conceptualized more to it. And so they made it small, and it looks small in those moments. But I would love to be wrong. When they get to Jabim, I believe that was at least filmed outside in Los Angeles, and what should be a larger area than Alderaan. I know where they filmed Alderaan, and I know where they filmed the Jabim stuff, and it should be bigger, but I'm not promising that. After the exterior of Alderaan looked like it was a dog park behind a small planned community, I'm not expecting too
You know
much.
what it reminds me of? Like, you ever go to like a local lake and they have like those camping grounds for like trailers? You know, like 'cause my uncle took me to one once, and like, you know, his friends were there. We didn't stay overnight, but like you're playing around the woods next to.
Are you talking about where we hid the body that one time? The body, you know, on that accident that one time.
Jason, there's never a statute of limitations on that, so you should just stop.
What?
But,
I thought it was 7 years for murder. That's not true. I didn't do it. He did it. He was talking to me when I was driving, and I was looking at him. It was an accident. No.
Yeah, well, states' rights.
Sorry.
So that's what I'm always told when right
states' rights.
States' rights. I'm just going to say states' rights. I don't know what that means.
We both become like extreme Trumpers that try to do another January 6th, just so we hope that like a new government means the old laws don't count. It's old government.
States' rights.
States' rights.
I think what's funny though, right, is in when Return of the Jedi came out, you know, my uncles were split. I had a fat uncle and a thin uncle that they preferred to be called that. That's just imagine the guys from War Games, the two nerds at the college, right? That was my uncles. They looked like him, they acted like him.
Yeah.
The thin uncle thought Return of the Jedi looked like they just shot it out in California. It didn't feel alien enough to him, you know? And my fat uncle was like, he liked the Ewoks, so he didn't care.
Yeah.
He's like, I like the little Ewoks. They're great. Look, they're trying to eat people alive. Like he was the fan who was reading more than Lucas put on there, but it was all positive, you know?
Right.
Those redwoods still look way more alien than what we saw in Alderaan. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like they took the redwoods or whatever he shot that. You're gonna be like, it's not the redwoods, bro. Okay, whatever. They took the forest in California and they Ewoked it. And so you get the Ewok size version of that forest where she just runs around. I was kind of hoping there would be, like, if she were out there like making booby traps, you know, booty traps. It's booby traps, but if she was like one of those persons who, you know, she was like into guerrilla warfare, like she's playing commando, like no one likes guns on her planet, but I like adventure and excitement, you know, because she's got that in her. Then it would have been funny if she was like pre-Ewoking these dudes the way the Ewoks were doing the Imperials. You know, she's got little booby traps and shit, but I don't know, man. Just look, it could be fun. It doesn't have to be serious. I'm not saying this needs to be Breaking Bad with Star Wars. I'm not saying that. It's just I want the sense of fun that Goonies or the Temple of Doom stuff with Dune with Short Round. That was fun, you know. Or what you said, Last Crusade. I think Last Crusade. Oh, it knocked out your mic. Jason was saying yesterday that the Last Crusade, especially the opening, the Last Crusade has like that perfect sense of like all ages, all family, you know, kind of like running around in action. Did you knock out your mic? Is it out, Jason? Can't get it back. Look at that. You know what it is, folks? It's music people. Music people just like auto mechanics. The cars, it's always something. Now you're stuck with me. But show's fine, man. It's not. Boba Fett was grating to me. It was like, oh man, why now? I don't feel that way now. You know, I'm not watching Kenobi going, why did I have to watch this? It's just, I just wanted something. Still can't hear you. I just wanted something that nobody could argue with. Like, as a Star Wars fan, since 99, it's been like you got to convince people why something's good, and I just don't want to convince. You know what? Crazy, though? With the Phantom Menace, with that Darth Maul fight, no one has to convince anyone that shit's cool. You put that on, they go, it's cool. But the whole movie ain't that way. Oh, all right, you got it. But that is cool, right? Like, yeah, it's cool. I don't know.
I am back.
There, you're back.
I'm back. Okay, we did it.
They told me they fixed it. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It was my favorite repeating joke in Empire, by the way. Doesn't get enough line.
So we got the 3 Mandos. Now we got Grief, the Armor, and Moff Gideon.
He's got the hat. Oh, we got competing hats now.
We got a lot of stupid hats
Giancarlo's
going.
got a hat. No
So,
one wore the
Dave,
fez, man.
Dave, I know what you're thinking, Dave Filoni. You think if you hire other people with stupid hats, nobody's going to notice your stupid hat? We notice all your stupid hats. Trust me, it does. It doesn't help. But anyways,
I know. I love this hat. It's brought me a lot of love.
but I like what Baymax mentioned. The things that we're hoping for today. Skeleton Crew, maybe the cast. It's possible. Kind of give us a vibe for it. That would be nice, but it might be too early. Then they haven't started filming yet, so they may want to wait until they get there. You know, I hate to say it, but sometimes when they're working with young people, they may test well, they make it out there, and then they may just not work, and they might have to change. I mean, it's happened, so they may not want to move forward with announcing children too early.
Man, dude, that ain't the problem. Ain't the kids. Stranger Things prove that. By the way, watch the first episode. I don't know if you call these episodes. They are mini movies, and they're fucking great, dude. Like if anyone, I love all the Stranger Things. Some people didn't like the last season. I don't know why, but they don't.
Okay. Yeah.
If you love the first season of Stranger, this shit's your fucking jam, dude. Like they nailed it in. But like it's like the Leia stuff in Kenobi. She's great. It's just you gotta like get when they're running. You gotta figure out something beyond just guys are kind of stumbling around. You know, like these kids could be fucking great, dude. Like, and gotta watch. I'll get the movie. 1 second. I don't want to say the movie Watts directed.
Mm-hmm.
He worked with kids in that one. It was like Cop Car. Yeah, it's called Cop Car. It's with the Cop Car. It's with Kevin Bacon. Cop Car, dude. It's on fucking Netflix, man. Like, the kids there are great. You know,
and I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I just mean, why may they not show it or show the cast when they could? The Ahsoka cast seems to be the one that would make the most sense. But I still keep going. If Thrawn and Ezra Bridger are the thing that we're chasing throughout the season, they may not reveal who they cast. They may try to keep it a secret, like Leia. This might be the other version.
When I talk about cinematic, I'm not talking about cinematic in relationship to other shows or movies. I'm talking about cinematic in terms of other Star Wars shows. And I want to say the Filoni Ahsoka episode is entirely cinematic. It is extremely well composed. The cinematography is jaw-dropping. The scenes are great. The acting's phenomenal. The only complaint is you didn't need to kill Michael Biehn. You know, like he was so good. He has to want the work. He's not doing a lot right now. Just mod his ass, bring him back. Give him that Terminator fucking face. What if they made Michael Biehn Terminator? There you go. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Johnny Ringo 5000. That'd be good.
Maybe, and we don't know this, right? We don't know this. How much influence do directors of these shows have on the look of the show? You know what I mean? Like, does Deborah Chow having like artistically it'll look like this? You know, they're working with the DP like to create a look. Is that a Lucasfilm thing that that they're doing? Like, because the Filoni episode with the lighting is stand out, dude. It's super stellar. Like,
well, we have to remember, I think, as well that the world was unpredictable. Nobody knew. I mean, at one point, not that anybody believed him, we had a president telling us we were going to be out of the pandemic by Easter. You know what I mean? And not that they were. I know Iger was saying that's bullshit. I know he was telling everybody, no, this isn't true. We have people that are telling us much different stories. But that said, that's where nobody knew what the world was going to be. And when we get back to live action Star Wars films, if they look like these TV shows, that's a whole big fucking problem. But we are not going to, I think, just like look at what at the Marvel shows and then compare those to the Marvel movies. And I don't think it's 1-to-1 personally. And I think that we're seeing the same thing with Star Wars. And that's what I kind of expect to happen. I mean, it's not what I want. I want it all to be timelessly perfect, but I don't think that's going to happen.
The problem, though, is the Marvel stuff still exists primarily in the real world. And so it's harder to make Star Wars. So when you make cheaper Star Wars, I think it can look, not all the time, but it
You're
can
right.
look doubly cheap. I'm not
Mhm.
saying they aren't spending the money. I'm saying, what
Yeah,
does
yeah.
it look like?
Yeah.
And so my hope is, like they figure out, like maybe the answer really is 30-minute episodes that take 2 years to produce a whole, because I mean Andor's been in production for how long? Like,
Well, Andor is going to be the one that is going to look like a Star Wars movie, but it's going to look like it was filmed in 4 and with those, whatever the camera that they use out there for the 4K stuff, because most of it's not. There is definitely work in the volume, but there's not a lot of work in the volume, comparatively speaking. So that one's going to have like the real set vibe. And I've seen a bunch of the sets and they look good. So that one's going to look cinematic, but that one, it was more out of necessity in the sense that they didn't have access to a volume the whole time. Batman was using it a lot of the time at Pinewood, and they couldn't film it in Los Angeles because they didn't have the space with the productions that were going on here already. So that's one where we kind of like are going to win out, I think, in terms of quality. And the good news is, based off of what I've heard, the next season 2 is going to continue for consistency. They're going to continue to use
but
big sets
in
and
terms of
basically make it like a film.
okay, but in terms of just scale, they can figure out a good chase sequence. All right, Daredevil was a low budget show that has fantastic fight scenes. You don't need the blood, that's not necessary. But the hallway chase scenes, that doesn't require that just requires that hiring people that do that. The train sequence in Boba Fett season 2, it's in like my top 5 Star Wars moments ever at this point.
Tim Morrison just walked out, by the way. Speaking of, but yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
it's definitely good.
Once they start talking, man, feel free to cut me off.
Yeah, I'll just let you know like when the bits hit. But yeah,
all right, yeah. And so like I just think like that there's certain crews that put that together. Like when Falcon and the Winter Soldier has an opening Falcon scene that's as good as anything in the films. Like visually, all of it. I mean, that straight up is. And matter of fact, that series I think hits the closest to looking like it comes right out the movies. Even that chase sequence when they're in Germany was really good and funny and quippy. So like,
I thought Moon Knight looked good, but Moon Knight did look like a TV show versus a film to me most of the time. And I also heard on a side note that they supposedly upgraded She-Hulk. If you watch the Disney Plus version of the trailer,
I'm expecting. I've seen that. That's all stills. Moving, it's not changed. Like the problem is there's no way to do cheap motion capture. You know what I mean? In animation, other than cheaper motion capture in animation.
Yeah.
Like there's no way around that. But I don't mind. And again, I don't mind. Like there are shots I could complain about in Kenobi since we saw it that I don't. Like the Eope's feet touching the sand, it's all goofy. The close-ups are great. The Eope walking around the desert, not so much. But I'm like, that's a TV show. I'm fine with that. Like what I'm just saying is, like, if you're like our budget says we have to have her running around and some dudes are chasing her. You gotta conjure up something a little more creative than, oh no, we're kind of falling over ourselves. Like you got that's not a Star Wars budget volume problem. That's just get a little more. What would Spielberg, like they were saying, I never saw it, right? But like the films he was making when he was a kid, like a lot of the shots are in like Close Encounters. They're in Jaws. Like, you know what I mean? Like he came up with these shots, like when he was like on the set of Saving Private Ryan, they're like, he showed us films when this fucking kid was doing this shit when he was 12. I'm like, Spielberg ain't gonna complain that Star Wars is lifting his shit. You really should study, like that look, because that pairing of like Steven and George, like when it works, like Raiders, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
like The Last Crusade, like that's what I had always dreamt Spielberg had put together the Return of the Jedi. Because if 80s Spielberg had put together Return of the Jedi, that there would still not be a trilogy greater than the first 3.
I still have this like hope that one of these days Kathleen Kennedy's like, Spielberg, it's time. We need to hang out again. We need to get the band back together. And like when
episode 9.
Yeah, I was. That I said that on the pod. I used to be like, man, it would be cool if they brought Spielberg in to do one, and it would be like, if he closed it out, because that was, Lucas wanted him to do one. I think he's smart enough to know you can't win doing Star Wars. Like, it's too big. It's like, hey, do you want to go join the Beatles and sing a track for John Lennon's dead? You want to do the John Lennon part? Nobody wants to do that. It was like, nah, you have to be like a real egomaniac to go, yeah, I can
Billy
do it.
will do it. Oh, man,
I can
stop
do it,
throwing
yeah.
Billy under the bus.
I can do it. So
yeah, I know.
yeah, but and Neil, thank you so much for the weekend bonus, man. Appreciate that, dude.
Oh, I want to speak about thanking our subscribers and members.
Yeah.
Mandeep Singh followed me on Instagram,
Mhm.
and I gotta say, Mr. Singh,
Mhm.
your taste in fashion is impeccable. Max should check out his fucking, like, he has these posh Jedi robes, bro, that I'm like, that's the robes that should have been in the prequels. When I think of like high society Jedi shit, I'm like, this dude he's got impeccable taste in fashion. Like, I'm like, damn, dude, so good. So good.
All right, I send it to me after the show. I want to see these fancy robes, and I want to say if I agree, I'll be like, white Jedi robes, no. High Republic,
no. Like Mandeep Singh, that is, yeah, they know what they're doing. Him and his Star Wars buds out there, they know what they are doing.
Oh, and I want to tell Neil, legalize it. Here we go. Okay. Santa says, like, subscribe. I do. I totally mean it. Like, subscribe, get all notifications, and share. Thank you, Santa.
Shouldn't be illegal.
Yeah. And Santa, are you busy? Because I'll send you the invite if you're just hanging out. If you want it, just let me know.
I have a crazy head too. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going to make it rain at the strip club. What, Santa? No.
I'm gonna make it rain.
I'm gonna make it Rain Wilson.
You think he's made that joke? When he got the Star Wars check, he had to make that joke, right? He's the type. I've heard him on Slash Film back in the day when he was on for the Slash Film.
Wait, who?
Before he did this.
Ryan
Johansson.
Ryan?
Yeah, when Ryan was on,
Ryan
he used to go on the
Johansson?
Slash Film podcast before he did Star Wars, right?
No, he's
a very
most
funny
fucking
dude.
He's the fucking most normal dude to ever make a Star Wars thing, which is why they try to eat him alive. Because he wasn't a fucking a phony fucker, so then they capitalized on that, you know.
But if you ever name Ryan, right, and like it's spelled almost like rain, and you get a big Star Wars check, do you go, I'm gonna make it rain, and you just toss all your fucking money up, you know? Yeah, I don't know.
Star Wars Santa says, I still think that we have two different Grand Inquisitors. Grand Inquisitor Larry gets killed by Reva, and Grand Inquisitor Steve is in Rebels. Yeah. Also, watch the Arlnauts, because that's our Larry. That's our Larry.
The best fan film stuff ever.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't even come close, folks. By the way, if you're wondering what my movie rating is, I just wanted this to be clear. I have a 1 through 5 rating, and then it goes blank and 10. So when I tell you a film's a 5, that's a fantastic film. But I'm not saying it's a masterpiece. There's this large gulf and then a 10. You know what I mean? Like, and very few ever gets to the 10. So me.
Well, I'll tell you, my take is that a 10 is unobtainable. So I never give a 10. So like my 9
Kurosawa
is a 10.
was 7 Samurai is a 10.
I think if you watch
it started a whole genre.
Nah, it doesn't mean it.
1955.
Nothing is perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect.
All right. So hold on. Okay, so it's Tem time. It says it's Tem time.
Is it time?
No, it's Tem time. Perfect Tem. Perfect Tem. Sorry, I make myself laugh. I
hear in Tim Tams. Look, man, there's a fat kid in me. You say a weird word. I'm like, what food is he talking about? Like,
yeah, Tim Tam sound good right now.
Tamura more as Tim time.
It's Tem time. Tem time, everybody.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
So I'm trying to see. So far,
is it up?
Is it that most?
We can't see you scrolling.
Yeah, no. Now Rick Famuyiwa and Katie Sackhoff. Rick is now an EP on Mando 3. It says. So.
Did he do the episode with the Jawa? The Jawa where he's on the side with the Jawas?
Yeah. And a side note, everybody. Yeah, everybody's going around talking about Bryce Dallas Howard directing and how it's a Hollywood Reporter exclusive and shit. Bespin Bulletin had that shit like so long ago. It even if that shitty Star Wars leaks fucking Reddit, they fucking have it in there like it's news. It's like, well, you'll post Bespin Bulletin shit. Can't you remember what he fucking posted? That's like, come on, take care of the guy, you assholes. But I don't expect anything from you guys because you know you're assholes at Reddit. But Jermaine writes, it seems like Carl Weathers will be returning to the director's chair in Mandalorian season 3. He didn't say for sure, but yeah, it was teased. Didn't he already confirm that? I may misremembering, but I feel like he already confirmed that.
I feel like he should have been the one directing that Creed 2 sequel. You know, that sequel didn't quite hit very well compared to the first one, and I feel like if Carl can direct, man, let Carl Weathers direct fucking Creed. Like, seriously.
Yeah. So I mean, like, I'm just throwing it up there so you guys could see what we're actually dealing with here, or you know, look at what I'm looking at, and it's not, you know, that exciting or anything like that. So that's why I'm kind of keeping the, you know, it's people sitting at a table so far. But Aria says, do you think the budget gets bigger during the next episodes? I don't. I would literally expect exactly what you've seen to be the range of what you're going to get in Kenobi. And then she asked, how can 2005 green screen only Star Wars look more realistic than Kenobi? I just don't get it.
It doesn't. It looks the
there
same.
are.
I mean, the go ahead. You finish.
There are elements that definitely are a much richer detail, and they clearly spent money on that stuff. In Revenge of the Sith, like on Coruscant and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like if they didn't do these shows in the volume, they just wouldn't be able to do it. They just wouldn't have the money to like put into. They wouldn't do it. They would only do theatrical features. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. These shows cost
the
without
volume,
without
done cinematic things in the volume though, Jason. You know, like the Rick Famuyiwa episode is extremely cinematic. You know,
but that was doing one thing. These shows have to do things we've already seen done different ways. And it's like you can go out to Tunisia and spend a fuck ton of money that and literally probably make the budget go up by a good 35%, or you could do it in the volume and then but we're actually getting it as opposed to not.
Okay.
So that's where I'm like, I would rather they go out to Tunisia. I would rather money not be a thing. But I also think that if they were going to have to spend that, if the volume didn't work out, I'm not sure we'd have it right now.
Right. I'm just saying, small budget Star Wars, I'm for. But if you're gonna, with the Kenobi, it's like the Stranger Things season 4. They spared no expense on Stranger Things season 4, bro. And like,
but we also can't. Netflix is not necessarily the model to use for right now.
Right.
But I get it. But on Stranger
Wars
Things
is
where you do
the
it.
one thing and the one thing I've disagreed with Lucas since day one is like Star Wars is a guaranteed return. Like, you're gonna make your money back. If this thing is firing on all cylinders, you're gonna sell it because that fucking Yoda paid for that Yoda probably paid for an entire Disney World. You know what I mean? A little baby Yoda. You know, like when you nail Star Wars, the return is it just keeps coming in for 20 fucking years. You know, they're gonna be selling Kenobi shit when it's questionable. So I'm just saying, if you know Kenobi is a big deal, probably be better just to bite the bullet and spend $200 million on it and be like, well, we did. Oh well, you know, we can't do this for everything. Can't do it for She-Hulk. Can't do it for these small Mando things. Not doing it for Skeleton Crew. But this
can't do it. Can't do it for Forlom.
No. I would look with the Forlom. I just want this isn't hard. Give me a shot where that guy's doing like cool gun techniques, you know what I mean, with his hands or something up close, you know, and like there's just little things you can do like in westerns, you know, to get around.
Yeah,
I mean, know. Like, there's just a lot of you know.
No, we're actually asking for a person who fits the costume, who can also do that at the same. I mean, it's, you know,
Have you been to? You live in LA. There's a lot of emaciated like actors. Sad to say.
I mean, hey, how about Dave Filoni puts his fucking cowboy hat on and proves that he's a cowboy? How about that, Dave Filoni?
I'm an X-wing pilot, Jason. You can't make me do it. By the way, I didn't like it when he was an X-wing pilot. I was like, I'm proud that you put yourself in there, bud. Let's not keep doing that. You know?
Yeah.
That's not. Not everyone could be Quentin with the coffee cup.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even now, I'd say now Quentin can't pull off what he did in Pulp Fiction, by the way, because the only part about Django Chain I can complain about is when Quentin shows up out of nowhere, and I'm like, he's not the same actor he was in the 90s. So.
Yeah. When it
One Jack.
Yeah, One Jack. Yeah, I was watching it yesterday, and I was just like, like I was really, really sure that wasn't Forlom the whole time. But I will say, after seeing it and the death of One Jack, he could have been Forlom.
There's no reason
Zuckus could have, he gets shot again, and I knew that he was gonna get shot, and I was like, as I was watching it, like when I heard it and I imagined it in my head, I thought he was like obliterated. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was like shattered, like he just puts an extra, extra laser in his tummy. So,
there's a fear I had where I was like, maybe they'll try to get around why none of those bounty hunters were in Boba by just killing all of them in one scene with Kenobi. They were all dead. Couldn't do it. See, like they didn't do that. That would have been annoying, But I was like fearing.
I have to say, because we did our Revenge of the Sith watch the other day, and then we also got that little like thing where they show us pretty much the highlights of it too, and had Rogue One on while I was doing some stuff, and I like how Darth Vader looks in Kenobi right now.
In what?
In Kenobi, in the tank. I like how we are seeing that in between, that it's not trying to do what it already did. It's not trying to look, but he's also like, he looks like a little bit like he's like, he's got prune hands. And
I haven't seen enough to be able to tell. It's just too close a shot. I just know that the problem is when I see cinematic lighting, like in the game trailers, I'm just like, I'm a visual guy, Jason. You got to give me some cinematic lighting to make up for effects sometimes, like that's the trade-off. And I just look at that and I'm like, why isn't it a little bit more greener and murkier? Why isn't there a little bit more like it's something and then the bam that comes like, I don't know, but it's fine. I haven't complained. I'm excited to see what they do next week. Like more, I'm not like worried, but there is a chance where it could be milquetoast, but I gotta imagine if they put their cards anywhere, it had to be in this, like.
Also, I met with a buddy of mine, and they, she. I said she. I said it. She.
Max.
Max. Yep. Yeah. No, she was telling me a bit about the Kenobi like development over the years and stuff. And for what it's worth, there were like, I guess, a lot of discussions about Leia and where does she lie on the Force spectrum of things. And they were like, the issue we had is if Leia does too much of any Force things, Obi-Wan should logically want to scoop her up and be like, I'm training this one. Luke hasn't done anything yet. And that's why there's that line, you only care if he's showing. That's what got them. That's what got that in their head. And so
they clarified that more.
Well, no, dude. This is not. It's complicated, man. Like I can't talk about a lot of it, but it's fucking it's not easy. It's fucking complicated. Trust me. And but anyways, what they end up doing is Leia is showing signs of intuition in the story when she figures out her cousin. It's just not that she's super smart and bright. she is actually, that was sort of the compromise. She is sort of reaching out and she is feeling
That's
what
what I
that kid
assumed.
does. And so if there was ever any doubt,
Yeah.
I can confirm that that is the tinge of Force intuition in those moments. And
the idea
that
of her
was
running out
that
was
was the
something I was
align.
hoping she would hear voices, like you could kind of get from her POV,
Mhm.
you know. And so when she's getting it, she hears things, so she runs around the palace because she hears something, and she goes to find what it is. And if the last one was versus getting at the palace, let's say she's just running around the palace because she's hearing shit, and then the last one she escapes because she hears stuff, and it's those bounty hunters. You know what I mean? If she had heard them, you know what I
Okay,
mean? Like
so
there's
they just showed
ways.
footage of from Mando 3 of Babu Frick. Well, Babu's in it. Babu
Oh,
Frick
well,
from
he's coming
episode 9.
back.
Best character
Or
in episode
before.
9. Yeah, Sabine, we think, and Mandalore.
Yeah, Mandalore. Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you brought up Mandalore being in the focus, it was one of those things where I was like, man, if this were a movie, like a big, you know, beefy film, the original script for, you know, Star Wars was all on that one planet, Aqualay, right? Am I right? Like it was,
Yeah,
it
Aqualay
all took,
was early Tatooine.
but it was all on that one planet, and it's like a whole could have done the whole movie on just the one planet. You know what I mean? Like, and it would still all make sense, kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing. You know. So I mean, I am excited about it, man. That the Terminator scenes in Mando season, was it 2 or was it Boba Fett that we saw that in? Was it Boba Fett we saw it in episode 6, right? Yeah, it was episode
Okay,
6.
Rosario Dawson just walked out. She couldn't make it Thursday, but she's there today. So this is where yeah.
It's a shame they don't stream it, huh?
Yeah, it's so fucking stupid. But hey, when you know someone dies from COVID, it was all worth it for the exclusivity of the special moment that the people who spent $75 got to have on that day. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. But I'm happy about Babu Frick because I love Babu Frick. Actually, one I haven't gone back to it, but I was keeping notes on this like critique of episode 9 and why it's my least favorite Star Wars movie, and I want to get it all out. There is such a methodological error in that movie where they thought it would be overload of cuteness to put Babu Frick, BB-8, and Dio all in the same thing. Like the audience is just gonna shit their pants with cuteness. But the reality is one wins out and the other ones fall aside. You only notice Babu Frick. Babu Frick just fucking steals the whole thing. And nobody's thinking about Dio. Like literally, like Dio probably would have done okay if he didn't, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, you know, when you take your ugly friend with you so you look better, you know, that kind of thing. I'm kidding about that. I don't do that, but you know what I mean. But yeah, but Babu Frick's back.
Well, it's also because you don't need to create another droid when you haven't done enough with the droid you already created. You know, if Lucas had kept creating a third had tried to create a third droid for 3PO and R2D2, it just doesn't. It's like use what you got, especially by the third act. Use what you got, man. Like
blow up R5D4's head if you have to. That's what we say out over here. After the Grand
I wanted a battle between BB-8 and BB-Hate, that Imperial one. I just wanted I wanted that ultimate do. Like, if you're gonna get stupid with the droids, where they either run around, they got a whole little fight thing, you know, with the balls, and like they're hitting one another, going down the chutes and shit.
You just went Michael Keaton. If you want to get stupid, let's get stupid.
Let's get nuts. Come on.
No, stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. Yeah.
It is my kind of stupid.
It's so dumb right now. I mean, I'm glad, but I just got an alert. Tamara Morrison trending in California. Good for him. But someone screamed, "Bring back Avatar, Dave," and he said, "Oh, interesting. Didn't see that one coming." Just played the same Mandalorian 3 footage from Thursday, but it was extended. Oh, Penny today Penny adopted a child. This is what's your baby's name?
Choco.
Chaco. This is Chaco. It's baby Chaco. Yeah, isn't that adorable? They make a little Rhodian. Oh, wait, you're gonna break my headphones.
They're
lady.
much higher quality than the ones we had, Jason.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
George Lucas trying to copyright the teddy bear.
There's a cool animated Ewok statue with an AT-AT done like an animated style coming out that I was like, that's pretty cool. You know, like I like the animation. It's cool, stylized and sculpted and stuff. So
Yeah. So
I like
as the true confirms what we saw that Rick is now the executive producer of Mando season 3.
Chaco Ewako.
Yeah, we were talking about it in the car. She's like, she wanted the name of Chocolate. And she was like, what is the Star Wars version of chocolate? And I'm like, I think you just shortened it. And she came to Chaco.
The Planters Peanuts commercials for Batman Returns.
But just between us adults, I thought it was like $19. It was like $34 or some shit. I was like, what is this? But I already said yes.
$34?
This little guy.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, and he comes with like a bag, and he has like the Cabbage Patch Kids adoption form.
That's easy though, Jason. You know, remember when Forky came out and it was like a big Forky, it's just a giant plastic spoon was $59. It's like this thing the kid made in the movie by themselves. They're charging you $59 for at the Target.
Yeah. Somehow the Grand Inquisitor has returned, says Darren. Basically. I always thought "Let's get nuts" would have been a good tagline for a Planters. You can't shake the table, baby. You're gonna make the.
I was thinking of the Diet Coke commercial. No, you're right. Yeah, "Let's get nuts" would be perfect with 89. Remember the Diet Coke commercial where the little bat cape would be on the back, like on the. Was it for Batman Returns? I think it was. I want to say it was a Returns.
Yeah, there was like at that time it was like super cool to be like a white crazy guy who might murder everybody. Remember like Lethal Weapon, like. Mel Gibson's whole thing was I'm crazy, and it was like that same kind of like unhinged thing. Boy, did that go away for good reason. So mostly anyway. Star Wars Santa said would get people to go back to Galaxy's Edge several times throughout the day to get different character interactions and picks. Oh, that would be terrible though. Like that's what one of the genius things of. Well, I've seen like people want to like really like, you know, I don't know, cut Galaxy's Edge down, but Galaxy's Edge has genius design. It's a big circle with 3 ways in and 3 ways out, and that circle like also people are continually just like being pushed through and get out, you know, and it's done really well. When you see Galaxy's Edge and it's cramped and it's overly busy, that means it's a nightmare day at the park. Like when it's like near max capacity, even Galaxy's Edge doesn't get full because it's so big and it's a giant circle. It's a loop. And so anyways, I don't want people coming back. It's mine and no one else. I'm an Eric Cartman about it. This is my Casa Bonita or whatever it was. I don't want anybody else. I don't want anybody there. Kenobi's series is full of possibilities, but the frequent fan film level acting, Star Trek Aliens, lame human-centric makeup, and Reva's predictable arc bring the series down for me. You know what I didn't like was the little girl who pretends to be Leia. That was some straight Babylon 5 stuff looking. That
wasn't good. No.
Yeah.
There are some more creative aliens though in the Spies Den. Like you should look back. They just didn't shoot it in a way where I think highlight some of that stuff.
Yeah.
That's where I do think, like, again, Guillermo del Toro would be a great pick for something like Jabba's or Smugglers or something. Not Qui-Gon, James. You're fucking nuts. But because of his love of creature design, you know?
Right.
Yeah, I gotta say though, man, love the T-Rex.
Yeah. Yeah, he was funny. He was a funny guy. All right, let me see if there's been any updates. Whoa. All right. Just saw the first footage from Ahsoka. Hera confirmed. Sabine confirmed. And Sabine is here. So the question is, I knew about Hera. I think I told you guys that one. and it looks like this is so it looks like the Sabine thing that's Sabine. I think that's Sabine Wren and Chopper. And it looks
Chopper,
like
physical Chopper? Nice.
yeah, it looks like it's the same Chopper from Rogue One. It looks like from that, but probably just a little bit, tricked out a bit more. Because they used to take that Chopper everywhere back in the day too. But yeah, so it's looking good though. I mean, it's looking like it's gonna pan out to be what we were hoping it would be. So hopefully, I want to know. I hope that footage leaks, and I hope people start describing what was in the footage. I'm gonna guess we're gonna see those temple ruins that I had the photos of, and that Bespin had the photos of the other day, and stuff like that, because that seems to be the most likely scenario, since they showed Ahsoka on that set already, But I am reloading right now, see if there's anything new. If anybody else is dropping anything out, any more information for us. So, but yeah, I'm also curious about like the Ahsoka series and you, Rob, as somebody who doesn't really care to watch Rebels, and so I'm like, it's gonna have to work on its own. None of that. Hey, wouldn't it be cool if this was real? And everybody just likes to do that. So Penny wants to show you guys. This is his bag. See, he's in a little bag, and it's like a purse. I had to zip tie it so it fit her. But
Nice.
yeah.
So you're just proving Santa's unnecessary.
Yeah. Santa.
I do want to get back to that guy's comment about cinematography, how it needs to look like the Batman. Was it Luke Jones? And I would say Greg Fraser is the director of photography for the Batman. He was also director of photography on Mandalorian episodes 1, 3, and 7. And those all look fantastic. 3 being the one that I'm like, just go look at that. Also, the cinematography on Boba Fett episode 6, the Filoni episode on season 2 of Mando, the ice cavern spider thing is fantastic. So it can be done. It's just I wonder who gets to make the call on that, like how well they work in, if they leave each other. I don't know. We don't know because they don't tell us. And this is a real, I would pay real credits to get a Cinefex style like Star Wars thing from them. If they were like, you want the makers pass, you got to get,
I don't know, dude. It would be cool if we just got books about how they're all family, on the set.
I gotta tell you, I'm getting real fucking tired of that, bro. This is all we're really excited. We're real excited. And I had to pinch myself every time I was on set. I don't want to hear about any of that. Like,
oh my God. Every time I fly a spaceship, I have to make laser sounds and spaceship sounds. I can't help myself.
I worked in video game magazines for a long time.
Sorry, I'm freaking out. We knew this was coming, but the confirmation is so cool. The footage ended with the mural at the end of Rebels, and then Sabine walked into to look at it. I got chills. Hera, we only saw from the back. So yeah, I keep wondering if Ewan McGregor's wife, I hate to reduce her just to being a wife. I don't remember her name though. The what's her name?
Mary Elizabeth Weinstein.
Master Stewart San Antonio.
I know, man, it's just browns and greens and grays to me with those letters. I get all goofed up. But yes, Scott Pilgrim, 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yeah.
10 Cloverfield Lane, masterpiece.
I'm just saying,
5 out of 5 for me.
That was a great movie. That was a way to do a spinoff. But yeah. So so we got Hera confirmed. We got Chopper confirmed. I saw the ghost. I know the ghost coming too. I saw the Hera, ghost, and Chopper. So that's actually good confirmation for me, because yeah. And then but I keep wondering if she's the one who's playing Hera, because Hera has, I think Hera's supposed to have a beautiful face. She's supposed to be the main love interest of that show. And so I don't think that they're going to necessarily go and cast somebody that isn't extremely beautiful in Hera's role.
Don't name names. Don't be mean.
No, I'm not naming
names. Cast Rob.
Cast Rob as Hera. Hey, Freddie Prinze Jr., put it right here, buddy. I'm getting a baby out here right now. It's going to be one of those half green jobs because of
They
me.
call
and
me
you.
Hera because all the hair on my face. You know. Sorry.
Hair. I got hair here. I got hair here. I got hair down here.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, you're not supposed to be here. I hope Ezra is confirmed. See, that's I don't know. I hope so, but I keep thinking if the whole point is finding Hera and finding Ezra and Thrawn, I don't think they would show him. I mean, it made sense to show us Princess Leia for Obi-Wan Kenobi this whole time, because before they even were filming, like, we were getting stuff on it and we knew it, and it was like, who are you keeping this secret for? And then I saw the show and I didn't see it, and like Leia came out and I was floored. I don't think that was worth it. I think they would have done a better job going that way, but I don't know. I don't know what they do to get their ideas, and they just run with it. Just saw a photo of the mural and Sabine. Oh shit! Can you DM that to me, dude? If you have it, if it's not, if it's like public,
that'd be great.
DM it to me as it's true if you can. People are saying Ezra was in the clip. Okay, I want to see Jermaine say it, because if Jermaine's not saying it, then I don't necessarily trust it as much, for the record. So Sabine, and so there's a picture. Yeah. So we don't have like the picture up, but that's Sabine and Hera, the actors of, not Sabine and Hera, Ahsoka and Sabine. So that's just nice, just to have further confirmed. I believe we had those confirmations in the Vanity Fair already, so maybe they will go further. But I guess they did show a clip there, so there is that. Lucas just shared a tweet. Maybe we'll have it there. Hold on. Let me take this down.
Jason. I know you're busy with the show, but I thought you'd take it from old George.
What? Take what from you, George?
You know, Mongolian beef.
You want to get walnuts? Let's get walnuts.
Oh, no, I'm diabetic. I have to be very careful about my nut intake.
Okay, so this. Okay, hold on. I'm going to zoom in on this even further.
All right.
Okay, so this is looks like it's Sabine from the rear. Thank you, That's True.
Actual shot from the show, huh? You're using a Snapchat filter. No.
Yeah, that's the art.
art?
The art from that's the art from the show, I think.
Okay.
And I think what they're doing is that they're having the art from the show be what Sabine painted. We've seen that happen before, I want to say. Sabine is an artist.
Oh, okay.
In the show.
All right. Yeah.
So the art she does in the show is just the art that they're going to use. Yeah, as if that's her. Yeah, and
clever.
Yeah.
Only an animator would conjure that one up. I like it.
Yeah. I'm cool with it. I like it a lot. But yeah, you can see the back of Sabine's hair right there.
Who's the cat creature?
That's a Loth cat from Lothal or Loth cat. And Ezra Bridger, his sort of special side power is he's sort of able to connect to animals and then kind of control the animals to do like attack for him and stuff like that, and to like help him. So poor animals, yeah. And but at the
vegan, huh?
I don't know if you noticed, but in Obi-Wan Kenobi, Bail Organa's telling Leia that he wanted to go fly with the Purgles or find the Purgles. Those are
okay.
Yeah, no, those are space creatures that are like giant whales that fly in space, and they have biological light speed, and that's supposed to be where the Star Wars tech comes from. That's how they crack how light speed works, is through studying the Purgles. Ezra calls the Purgles in at the end of Rebels and has it take basically pull the ship away from the end battle, and it's what saves the Rebel Alliance. But that's how Thrawn and Ezra are then lost, because it's not like the space whales have a navigation system or anything like that, and they could just be like set hyperspace for Bespin. They just take off.
Yeah, well, Jason, I came up with that at when I saw Shamu in 1974. I was always, what if they had a navigational system and you could fly them?
And that's how they hired Shamook.
Yeah.
They misunderstood Lucas. He was saying hire Shamu. He thought Shamu was magic, but they got Shamook to do.
Also, people urinate in the ships too, just like they do their own pool water. It's not good, but it happens.
There's a clear image on the Star Wars Leaks subreddit, but not a
Okay.
clear image of reality. As the truth
reality
says,
that's distorted.
Just sent you a pic of Ahsoka on her ship.
Nice.
Thank you, sir. You are our dude. People said he was as a false. I say he's as a true. Okay. Oh, so remember remember yesterday when we were showing that that little red ship?
Yeah.
There she is in the cockpit of it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
Okay.
At least I think, and unless that's supposed to be the ghost, I can't really tell from the photo, to be honest with you right now. But
she's on a ship.
Azra just sent a pic of Ahsoka on her ship. We'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, but there we go. A little bit of the Tano, more like Ton. Yes. Sorry, I'm losing my mind. I think I've done too many shows this week. I think officially, just
it's
done too many.
Tano, right? Like,
yeah. All right, hold on. Here, I'm gonna pull up another shot that Lucas sent us. Thank you, Lucas, for sending it to us. There's another shot of the. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Manages
I guess
to
it's the big alien dude behind him.
Zeb.
Yeah,
whose head's cut off. Yeah, not sure. Not sure if we're going to be seeing Zeb, but the story of Zeb is that he's based off of the Ralph McQuarrie Chewbacca concept art that they didn't use, where he has to kind of like the bug eyes. And then the idea is that Callus is an Imperial who basically is sort of like a rebel hunter, sort of an inquisitor for rebels. They worked with the Inquisitors, and but they're called Lasats, and Callus like fights them all and kills most of them off, like wipes out like the whole entire race of them for the most part. And then we learn that Zeb is like the last one, we think. But then as the story goes on, we find that there's an enclave of them and some of his family who are still alive. And then they kind of do an atonement story between Callus and Zeb. And then at the end, Callus goes back to the world with the Lasats to help them establish their society again. And that's how he's trying to help. And so I'm not sure if Callus and Zeb makes are a possibility here. They may be doing that. So that's a way of writing them out of the story if they don't want to use them. But yeah. How's it going, Justin? Hey, Tomas. How's it going, dude? I hope you're doing good, man. And I hope you liked Kenobi. Arya says, did you ask your source if Grand Inquisitor is the same actor during the whole show? It's the same actor during the whole show. Yeah, it is. There's like I said, there's Arya. I don't mean like I'm only gonna say it once. I don't mean it like that, like you're in trouble. But really listen to me. I promise. I trust this person. They're the best, and they told me there's nothing amazing coming from that. There's nothing amazing coming. It's a forget about it thing. So I know the fandom is going to obsess about it. They're going to waste their time. because there's just nothing to it in the end. That's what I was told. Okay, don't hit me. Don't beat me up, Arya. Ducky says Disney would just mess it up and give Callus a goatee instead of mutton chops. Yeah. Now what they would do is they would
there's
make
a lot of
one would be big and one would be small. One would be like a normal sideburn and one would be a mutton chop. Oh, he hasn't. Yeah, at this point in the story, he hasn't grown the other one yet. It's called character evolution. Learn it.
funny.
Scott, do you know if Bo-Katan's crew, Casca and Axe, are both returning for Mando 3? I think Simon Cass was seen on set or something. Yeah. Casca, I did not ever hear anything about Casca Reeves returning. In fact, just from my point of view, I don't expect that to happen. Axe is back and Bo-Katan's back. But yeah, as far as that goes, I want to say Bespin might even have had a photo of Axe. Of Axe Woves. I want to say it's all a bit murky now. Hard enough to keep my own shit straight, let alone his. But that's a good place to be in, I think, for us. And what I'm speaking of the devil. So yeah, he showed me the photo. So Sabine, Hera, and Ezra teased. All right, cool. Yeah, we got that photo. Sorry, I didn't see that Bespin was messaging me until just now. And then let me make sure that this isn't. So Azatru sent us something else. Let's go see what Azatru has on him. Azatru, thank you for helping us a lot. I appreciate it.
Yeah, super appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right, so here we go, guys. Say goodbye to this stream, motherfuckers. You guys ready to say goodbye to this stream? Because I am.
They haven't gotten rid of our streams. They delay them. They're all up.
Yeah, I would rather have the moment with you guys, to be honest with you. Okay, hold on one second.
Let's see it.
Wait, hold on. I'm not. This looks like it's short. Okay, hold on.
I need to get really overhyped, so I'm disappointed a year from now, Jason. Come on, let's do it.
That's fair. This is on the twitter.com machine. Okay, you guys ready?
Okay.
You have removed your helmet. What's worse, you did so of your own free will. You are no longer Mandalorian. Redemption is no longer possible since the destruction of our homeworld.
This is the one. This is the one that I already got the stream taken down for. I was hoping it was the Ahsoka bit, but hopefully that comes.
The one we had was longer.
Yeah, but that one, at least that was the footage like in frame. I love
thanks for nothing,
little Grogu. Yeah, thanks for nothing, Azatru, you fucking time waster. So, this is Azatru right now watching it.
We're gonna get rid of our only young fan.
This guy like when people spread lies about me, he like sets it straight. He's like the greatest guy ever. We're like, fuck you, man. Fucking what? That's what? That's all you got.
Yeah, well,
you got that.
But we're also a little. No. We're at the tail end of Gen X, where we're a little entitled.
We're at the. So. I think we're at the tail end of Celebration right now. We're feeling a little. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Here is. Okay. This is supposedly the leaked Ahsoka trailer. All right, let's go for broke. Hold on, I'm letting it load up right now, and then I'll put it on screen here. Okay, here we go. Lucas, you are the best around. Blah 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 blah. I don't know what the fuck that those lines are. Okay. Stop screen, Batman. Okay. Leaked Ahsoka. Here we go. Batman. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Was that Huang or whatever? How do I get rid of this fucking thing here? I don't know how to use these. You're telling me Anakin Skywalker had a Padawan? Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Playback
And
speed.
she
I'm gonna.
apparently was the protagonist of the entire Clone Wars.
I gotta say, man, Hera's booty is looking like Ewan's wife. Am I wrong?
I'm gonna have to go back and watch 10 Cloverfield Lane.
I remember 10 Cloverfield Lane. I remember that being jumped in the trunk in a good way. And that's what I'm seeing there.
Jesus fucking Christ! You gotta turn the sound off, dude.
Oh,
you gotta turn the sound up.
Jason, you don't say. You don't say.
That is.
Yeah,
That's what's like for me to go to the theaters. By the way,
I don't get the sound. I get it on my little laptop computer. Sorry about that. Yeah, thank you for telling me. I apologize. But
Thanks,
also,
CIA.
fuck all of you at the same time.
Okay, but turn the sound down first.
So, leaked the Ahsoka trailer, Sabine, Hera, Ghost, live action Rebels. Yep. So that's Hera, Ahsoka. Pretty cool. Oh, okay. So that's that. I can't tell. Is the a droid is the droid the saber droid, or is the droid the one that like floated in space and had that great moment? I love that droid, but I can't remember now. Wait, was that a kid trying to pull a cup to itself? Because remember, there was rumors of a kid being cast who was like a young Ezra Bridger, but it wasn't Ezra. It reminds her of Ezra. If that was true, I wonder if that's the kid, and because I think like a kind of we get like a new Ezra in the cast of the shows. And then right here we got her looking at some kind of Jedi hieroglyphics of some kind, maybe Jedi. I don't know. Who can say? Oh, it actually does look like it's the. Yeah, it is those hieroglyphics. And old James. Yeah. Look, I think that. Okay, man, I'm gonna have to look this up. I apologize. I gotta pause this, but Star Wars. That's somebody in the chat has told me. It's. I think that's him. I think that's Huang, who was played by David Tennant. But well, maybe it's not. Hold on. I'm gonna open up the image right now, okay? And then you can tell me. Open image in a new tab. Nah, I don't think it is. Well, yeah, maybe it is. Okay, 1 second. I'm so sorry. Let me save it so I can do it. God, I hate the internet. They've done this thing where you try to save an image and it saves it as a web.p.
Oh, the WebGP. Yeah, Google came up with that. That's fucking just. It's horrible.
It just, all it does is make it where I got to screenshot images, and it's just.
They
really
got to keep
stupid.
inventing new shit. It just works. It works worse than the old shit. It's great.
Yeah. Okay, so look at the droid right there, right? All right, see like this little eye. All right, so see like the little thing on the left right there, up top.
Well, it's
Is that him?
same droid. That's a similar type of droid.
Yeah, it's got like the little thing on his eye and everything. I don't know, but
then
maybe
again, look how they've changed the look of the Inquisitors. So who knows?
Yeah. Well, that did win Clone Wars. That character won an Emmy, and it was a droid that was sort of like Ollivander from the Harry Potter stuff, where you go to get your wand. He was the guy who would help the kids make their sabers, give them the parts that they needed, and they had to use the Force to do it. But yeah. So, anyways, looks pretty cool. Yeah, it was David Tennant. Ben Bamboo says, "Holy shit!" And Emmy Award winner character Huing, the builder of lightsabers. Yes, you guys know. And yeah, so they are agreeing that it is Huang from Clone Wars. So that's really rad. Yeah, because he was on a ship out in space usually. Like the kids would get onto a ship that would fly them to Ilum. Then they would go into a crystal cavern, and then their crystals would call to them. They'd find their crystal, take it back to the ship with Huang, and then that's where they would try to build it with the Force. And so yeah, it's cool. But I think that's him. I think they brought him into live action, and I
Gave him
love
the gray color scheme versus the battle droid one, right?
Yeah, it looks a little silvery, but once again, maybe it's just a different. For all we know, it's just a whole different thing altogether, But until they confirm that it's him, I'm just gonna kind of. So Arya sent a video. Okay, hold on. Did Arya send the same video? Okay, yeah, Arya. Thank you, Arya. But all right, well, I'm. It sounds like this is it. Like this is the panel for the most part. Davidson is a little busy filming the Doctor Who 60th anniversary. Well, if he's doing this, it would probably be an afternoon. Like when they did the little Ugnaught guy from the first season of Mandalorian, what's his name? Was filming was it Nick Nolte? Whatever was filming a different movie, and they just built a makeshift closet studio and got him to sit in there for 2 hours and recorded all of his dialogue, and that was it. He was in and out. It was done in an afternoon. Right. So this probably won't be a problem. Vader's first word, what? Yeah, it looks like I tuned in during the good part. You definitely did. But yeah, so is that it for the panel today? Oh, hey Matt. I need to follow Matt. And then is it the same one? It is the same one. Okay, cool. So thank you to everyone for helping out with the show today and sending us those videos to get the show taken down. Probably anyway.
They put the show up. They just delay it.
Well, no, I have to cut it out, in the end. I have to
really?
say, yeah. I have to cut it out. Then it has to reprocess the video. But it was worth it to watch it with the 66 of you, order 66 of you. So everybody like the video, please.
66.
And subscribe and make sure you have the bell notifications on. And we will be back if anything else happens. If there's anything
ring the bell
big going on, bring the bail Organa. And then
the Jimmy Smiths. the Jimmy Smiths.
Jimmy the Smith. Nice Smitties.
yeah. Ring them Smitties. Come on, we can make it our own.
Michael just sent us this picture. I'm going to guess based off of our of this episode. I'm going to think. Can you see it? Wait, hold on. Look at the text.
Yeah. I live, bitch.
That's so good. That's amazing. Good work, Michael.
You got my other stomach.
Okay, I'm gonna look at
like Alf. It's got a few stomachs.
Yeah, the Grand Inquisitor is like Elf. The Grand Inquisitor eats cats.
I don't think he's against it.
Not all the time, but I'd say he has.
Yeah. Look, you think that's beef they're serving in the Tatooine Plaza?
Yeah.
All right. Sure.
All right, so right here we have a meeting of. You're getting hungry? All right, I'm gonna. So right here, so the dude in the middle right here, he plays the Mando a lot. That's
What's
John
the
Wayne's
My
grandson,
Pillow guy doing there?
who plays
Who is that?
Mando, and so like basically Pedro's really the voice mostly. But I see him running a lot on the street, like working out in the middle here, down by the
Is that
by the
Filoni
set
on
or
the left?
yeah.
Looks like the My Pillow guy in that shot. Dude. Oh, Filoni.
Yep.
What have you been doing?
He's all directing all of those Ahsoka episodes. Is yeah. I mean, they confirmed that he was like directing a bunch of the Ahsoka episodes, but the language used about that definitely made it seem like he's not doing all of it. So there must be like a guest director for an important episode or something, maybe, you know. But yeah, so that was the panel. So we are done here for today. Probably done for today. But if anything does happen, I will come back on. So once again, make sure you have the make sure you touch those Smitties. Ring the bells. And
ring the bells, flick those
mhm.
Smitties.
Yeah, flick the Smitties. Got to do it. And we will. Oh, I'm getting attacked by an Ewok. It's all yup no. Ow, it kind of hurt. I'm sensitive. Daddy's sensitive. I'm a fragile. Look at
She's
look
laughing.
Look at the evilness behind the eyes of a child. Cruel child. Okay. So, anyways, yeah, and thanks for jumping on with me today, Rob, on the old Saturday. But yeah, and we, like I said, we'll be back if anything happens. Otherwise, I'm gonna go play my new Xbox because boy, am I excited!
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, it's hooked up right now. That's why I said I hope that the stream wasn't too messed up because I have been downloading all my games. I'm ready to play. I'm ready to do this. But all right. Bye, everybody.
Peace.
And we got our Ahsoka news that we hoped for. We did it. They did it. Bye.
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
It's the end of the show.
Come on, let's go. Hey!
You know you should go.
Come on, let's go. It's not about spaceships.